Scott, me and the Mac, we dipping, packs we flipping, slabs we pitching across the map out chicken. I'm on a madman mission, armed with vengeance. Welcome to Bogey's world where I charge admission. See, the earth is my turf and every multiverse variant. Hopping out of foreign whips, you know what we carrying. Rags to riches origin, smooth curve of politics. Label us notorious, we run the apocalypse. It's the life, yo, we live it. Hella chips, trying to put a ring on every digit. Me and Magnesia got the keys to the city. Need a solid pipeline with flooding keys in the city. Call that the key to success. Finna clean the money, though the streets is a mess. Calculated clean sweep, call that finesse. You see the life we live, call that a flex. It's the life, yo, we live it. On the grind, that's a given. I am strapped with mine, can't be slipping. Come to my side, that's forbidden. It's the life, yo, we live it. On the grind, that's a given. I am strapped with mine, can't be slipping. Come to my side, that's forbidden.
Push that work out, I distribute. Break the work down, it's fist the move. Push that work out, I
just
distribute.
A young pack mover, shot to my consumer. Jumping out the foreign or I'm hopping out the Uber. Crew clocking chips opposite of you losers. Can't be broke as a joker, got no sense of humor. Just a young pack mover, shot to my consumer. Jumping out the foreign or I'm hopping out the Uber. Crew clocking chips opposite of you losers. Can't be broke as a joker, got no sense of humor.
I'm a D-boy, need abusive as users. I'm a D-boy, need abusive as users. I'm a D-boy, need abusive as users. You know I'm the boy, get money's what I'm used to.
Keep it straight from the gate, so I don't confuse ya. I'm a D-boy, need abusive as users. I'ma make noise, shout to my producer. I'm an entertainer, but I ain't here to amuse ya. Yeah, fuck with shooters and they all fucking users. Come through, wake that ass up like a rooster, hella early in the morning. Early bird gets a worm. Finna get rich for 'em, food for the worms. Cutting cocaine, dumping whole things. It's a cold game, make you run your gold chain. Hungry, but I'm moving in a keto state. For sure, beat the price on the keys in your state. Catch me running up a tab, fucking up a bag. Make me wonder how long will a good thing last. On my Curtis Mayfield, live a life I can't chill. Push a man, pushing packs, all I do is make skrill. Keep it 100, I'm just numb, yo, I can't feel none of these suckers when they say they real. Stacking Uber cash, I'm an out-of-state supply. Random Uber man, he the getaway driver. Just a young pack mover, shot to my consumer. Jumping out the foreign or I'm hopping out the Uber. Crew clocking chips opposite of you losers. Can't be broke as a joker, got no sense of humor. Just a young pack mover, shot to my consumer. Jumping out the foreign or I'm hopping out the Uber. Crew clocking chips opposite of you losers. Can't be broke as a joker, got no sense of humor.
I'm a D-boy, need abusive as users. I'm a D-boy, need abusive as users. I'm a D-boy, need abusive as users. You know I'm the boy, get money's what I'm used to.
Break the work down, it's fist the move. Push that work out, I distribute. Break the work down, it's fist the move. Push that work out, I distribute.
Trifecta, we are blast from the past, back to our roots. Dash for the cash, stack in the blue. Fletcher Reed, I'm the absolute truth. Big dreams, so we have to pursue. Strapped with a tool, feel the wrath of my crew. Clock spiritual my bondage. Beat off the hate, go my heart in the paint. If your name ain't God, I don't answer to you. Please look to me. Bogart got free, luckily I got the answer for you. See they trying like a sound. Look young, I got the password for you. Winning life's game. Smoke a backwood with you, smoke a back with it too. Show you how to maintain, so you never go astray. I done lay down the path for you.
Hope you're ready for the next episode. Hey, smoke weed every day.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Uncle Jerry's Kids. Hope everybody's doing good. Before we get started, I wanted to shout out everybody in the chat. What's going on, White Mike? It's Philip. What's up? And then we'll get to Tim's question before we start. I was sitting on this one for a little while. I was looking at the remaining schedules, and I wasn't really liking Lockett's. He has a hard secondary schedule going into the fantasy playoffs if that's who you're starting. So I think I'm going to go Lamb, Brown, Garrett Wilson, and Christian Watson. I'll take the two rookies, Lamb and Marquise Brown. Someone doesn't say that's a hot take, but just like the remaining schedules and the matchups going forward. Yes, sir. We're doing this one on an unconventional day and time, but we're going to get through it. And then feel free to drop all y'all's fantasy questions throughout till we get through. And, we got a game going on tonight before we get into it. We got the Raiders and the Rams. And I know some of us are dealing with the buys and hoping that Cam Akers finds some pay dirt, and I hope he does too. Comment below if you're going through the same thing, if you have anybody going tonight, the expectations you have for the players that you have going tonight. We're getting into the fantasy playoffs. This is the last week. I'm in a couple leagues. It comes down to this week, and I'm sure y'all are going through the same thing. So just let me know y'all's situations. And I'm gonna jump right into it. This is later in the week, so we didn't get a chance to talk about Sunday night's game and the 33-point explosion the Cowboys had in the fourth quarter. Only the third team in NFL history to do that, and in the modern era, the second. And there's not really. I know there's a 33-point onslaught. That's a lot of credit to the defense, but offensively, the only thing I really took away from is they found ways to get CD the ball in open space and let him create and not force the ball to him up the field, because that's not really his strength. His strength is his physicalness and yards after the catch. And I like Zeke and I like Pollard, the tandem that they brought to the table Sunday night. Dak wasn't too impressive, that really 170 yards, 3 touchdowns, a pick. Wasn't really that efficient either. Just really dinking and dunking, if you ask me. But what did y'all think? I thought the defense was giving up a lot until the fourth quarter. I know we only allowed 19 points, but it just felt like Indy gave away the game a little bit, but also the Cowboys did something that was historic. So it was a good win, but I really think that Philly had the better win, and we can get into that also. Philly smashed Tennessee, A.J. Brown revenge game. Jalen Hurts put himself in right there with Mahomes in the MVP conversation. And the Eagles are going to be a handful going in the playoffs. It looks like it's theirs to lose. The only people that can beat the Eagles are themselves and us if we get that far. But again, shout out to Antonio. Thanks for watching. But I guess another thing that I wanted to get into a little bit was OBJ. Obviously, we see that it's probably not happening now because Jerry wants him to contribute right now, and that just doesn't look possible. He's not healthy yet. Yo, what's up, Marty? Yo, what up, Crispy? You're just getting in the house. We were talking about the 33-point onslaught in the fourth quarter and how I wasn't really that impressed with our offense aside from CeeDee Lamb and the run game. Dak looks stale. But, Indy's a good defense. They were top 10 going in. It's just, yeah. But what am I doing? I'll let y'all think about the game real quick. I'm going to hit a little Bolskis. Like I said at the beginning of the videos, let me know y'all's playoff situations and y'all's leagues, what y'all need this week. If y'all have players going tonight, like I said, Cam Akers, hoping that he gets something against that Raiders defense. I know they've been getting better the last couple weeks, but it's kind of no one else to turn to at this point. Eat a Carolina Reaper pepper. Maybe if I had one. But I've been one before. They're hot. But yeah, I really thought the offense looked stale, if you're asking me. I thought this was the trap game more than the Houston and Jacksonville game that we have coming up. And we'll talk more about the Houston game later. But yeah, that was a tough game going into three quarters. Locked in, yes, sir. A lot of us. I'm locked in a lot of leagues too. There's just that one where I'm in 7th place. The guy this week I'm playing is in 6th place. And from like 4th place all the way to 8th place, everybody has the same record. But it doesn't matter because I'm playing the guy that's in the 6th spot. So if I lose, I really need to like lose with a lot of points to like maybe squeak away in. Sir Bong's a lot in the house. Yes, sir. Hopefully everybody is cheaping on something nice. I need Ken Walker to play. I need the contrary, but I hope he plays for your sake. Yes, sir. Everybody throw them emojis in the chat. But back to the OBJ thing. It's not happening. I'm pretty sure. He's just not ready. He's not ready to contribute right away. And honestly, we don't need that for the team, for the locker room. We need someone that's going to come in and buy in and be ready to essentially make a push, playoff push. And I don't know, I shouldn't really like all the hype around it. When there's that much hype around it, I kind of figured that it wasn't going to happen because, I mean, it's just how being a Cowboy fan works. Yeah, shout out Nigel with the gifted membership. My bad, I can't see that. Shout out to him. Yes, sir. Everybody throwing up them emojis. That's what I like to see. Rick in the house. Pick one. Hollywood Brown, Van Jefferson, or Kendall Hinton. Man, you can't overthink this one. I'm playing Hollywood. I know it's tough to play him against Belichick on Monday night and stuff like that. But no. We saw the connection that they had in D-Hop's back and see what Kyler could do. But I personally feel like Hollywood Brown is the most comfortable choice out of these options. Yes, sir. Shout out to Nigel. But, I mean, I think now the shift is, are the Cowboys smart enough to sign him for next year? Because if he's looking for a home and he can contribute going forward, but not now. I don't know. It's looking like Giants is going to happen. Like, I can weirdly see the Eagles pulling a fast one and grabbing OBJ just to be dicks. Honestly, at this point, I mean, they're the best team in the league with the top 5 pick. So, Eagles are set, man. They're going to be good for at least 2 more years after this year, if you ask me. Or however long they have Jalen Hurts and he's good for, they'll be good. What up, Derek? Yup, hopefully Belichick locks down D-Hop so Hollywood can eat. I mean, I hope they both eat because I have D-Hop in a couple places, especially with playoff implications, so I want them both to eat. I'm ready to get in a 420 crew league next season. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Anybody that wants to be in a league going into next season, I know the draft start literally if not weeks after the Super Bowl, when the dynasty startups happen. And you just got to make sure that you're a member and that you can be in these leagues with all of us. And it's a fun time, man. Super competitive. Yes, sir. Everybody shouting out everybody. That's what I like to see. But, man, how do y'all feel about this? I know we wanted OBJ, but do y'all think the team's good enough with James Washington coming back eventually, Michael Gallup looking better, CD starting to look more like a number one, if you ask me, in the past couple weeks? Said, I know, yeah, I didn't want to say Phil wasn't a member, so I figured that you're going to come in and say something, but I know Phil is signed up already, but get signed up at 422.org to join the 420 crew leagues. And yeah, man, there's just a lot of cool themes to them and a lot of different leagues that are unconventional but super fun and competitive at the same time, man. Each league comes with the hustler ring, and it's worth it, if you ask me. What's up, Derek? I can't wait for the playoff leagues. I'm looking forward to those two. I know one. I'm glad Anthony Brown is hurt. Man, you say that now until we're getting cooked way more than we already were. I'm nervous. I'm nervous about that. This came to my mind the other day that they should look at Will Fuller, but I mean, if we're not signing OBJ, we're not signing Will Fuller. Like, let's be real. I'd rather see what we can get out of Antonio Callaway and James Washington before we start looking. Yes, sir. Shout out to Philip. Get in as many as possible, man. I'm being honest. Because you get in one or two, and then halfway through the year, you're like, damn, I should have been in a couple more because they're that fun. We got better out there on D after he got hurt. And man, that's what teams need to do against this Cowboys defense. Just whoever's on the other side of Trevon Diggs, they just need to try to force the ball that way. True. Will Fuller. But I think with the OBJ news, we have positives coming this way. Tyron Smith, 21-day practice window was open this week. The O-line's going to be really revamped from what it was in the past 2 years. I'm thinking that Tyler Smith shifts over to guard. They put Tyler Smith in tackle. And then I don't see how we're not a better football team with Tyron Smith out there. And I think that this time that Tyler had to work at left tackle is going to really facilitate his career in Dallas because Tyron Smith doesn't have that many years left. Let's be real. So Tyler Smith is going to take over at some point. Yes, sir. The emojis. Everybody throw them in. If you're not a member, you can get a member ready so you can get all the badass emojis that are part of the 420 community. But yeah, I really think that we're about to get a lot better as an offense, even though we're better since Stat came back. Yeah, we want that third option, but our offensive line is going to be solid, man. I really hope that we can get him in these reps in a couple games to get ready for the Eagles and the Titans, and then whoever we play in the wild card round. What up, Derek? Everybody shouting out Derek. And with Tyron Smith, we can talk about James Washington. He's not really the greatest receiver out there. He's number 3, but I mean, between him and Noah Brown, that's going to be a good 3 and 4 combo to go with MG and CD. Michael Gallup's really been coming into shape the past couple weeks. I mean, he had his highest yardage total the week prior to this week, and then he had his first 2 touchdown games since the end of 2020. So, I mean, just need to get him the ball. He can do what he does. Who are you most scared of in the playoffs other than the Eagles? The Buccaneers. That's a no-brainer. Who we're probably going to play in the first round. We're going to have to go to their place and beat Brady, something the Cowboys have never done. Brady is 10-0 versus the Cowboys in his career, if not 10 or 11-0, or something like that, something that high. I don't want to be wrong. Someone fact check that. But yeah, playing Brady in his house in the playoffs is always something to be scared of. Even if the defense is going to be healthy by the time they get there. They still have Chris Godwin. They still have Mike Evans. Rashad White and Fournette are nothing to sneeze at. They still have the GOAT. So it really just takes us playing a mediocre game for them to beat us, for us to beat ourselves up with penalties, for them to beat us. Dak throwing that one pick to beat us. But other than them, I'm not really scared of anybody else. I'd rather play anybody else. I'll say something bold. I'd rather play anybody else, including the fucking Eagles, in the first round rather than Brady, if we're being honest. But that's what's gonna have to be. That's what it's gonna have to be if we want to get to where we want to go. If we're gonna want to get to where we want to go, we're gonna have to beat Brady, and we're gonna have to beat the Eagles. The Vikings, not really that scared of the Vikings. I mean, we trashed them already. Their place, our place, we've proved that we can beat them. He says that's preposterous, but I think the Cowboys fear a great quarterback better than a great team. That's just me. Great quarterbacks always show up against the Cowboys. Always. 49ers, Brady too. I'm telling you right now. That's why it's hard to get high on this season, because I do not see us beating Brady in the playoffs. I've just never seen that in my life to believe that it's going to happen. I mean, call me a Debbie Downer. I'm here to be honest with y'all. I just can't see. I don't know. Like, their defense is good enough. Parsons will destroy Brady with that line, and he did week 1, and they still beat us 19-3. So, I mean, no fear, no pain. I think the Commies D is so good they could surprise. Yeah, with Chase Young coming back, they're about to get even better. I don't think that's that preposterous of a take. I mean, Eagles are the Eagles, but they're the best team, but they're beatable, and we've seen that. I mean, Brady's been beat 6 times this year too, so he's beatable, but like, it's just different when you're a diehard Cowboys fan because you just know deep down that like you can be an onion as high as you want in the Cowboys. If you're going to Rodgers, if you're going to Brady, if you're going to a great quarterback in the playoffs, penalties against ourselves, turnovers, not even showing up. We saw Dak last year. We had a home playoff game against the 49ers. The 49ers had no business beating us. I mean, they were a good team and they were on the come up, but like them beating us propelled their whole playoff run because then we were the best offense in the league. So if they can shut us down, they can shut down anybody. And that's how they feel this year too. Just Dak looked like a shell of himself, for being completely honest. Ain't no one scared of Chase Young anymore. He's pretty much just Washington's mascot at this point. I mean, you got to see him on the field. I mean, he was great one year. And, yeah. This one's for Hustler. If he's still here, in Tranquil or Queen. Always showing him when they go to commercial. Yeah, wishing he was on the damn field. I'm still scared of the Niners defense, but I know. I think we match up good with them with Jimmy. I don't know. That's a hard one. But I think we could have the Vikings. And Brady, it's going to be a close game. If the Buccaneers beat us, it's going to be them tearing our hearts out our chest. I'm telling you right now, the Bucs are not going to dominate us. They tear our hearts out of our chest. We think we're going to win. We're up a touchdown with 10 minutes left in the game, and we lose. Because, I mean, it's just how it goes. Tranquil, Queen might not play. Nice. Man, am I the only one writing acres tonight? Nobody else commented. I feel weird about that now. And he's the last minute flex play because I'm missing Olave and Aaron Jones this week, so I needed him. I need him to score a touchdown tonight. But let's hop into this week's matchup, the Battle of Texas, the biggest point spread by any game this year. Houston's rolling into Dallas. Davis Mills is starting again. Cowboys have a 17.5 or 17.5 point favorites. I just don't see any other turnout besides like 45-10 or 45-3 or something like that. I got Akers going in one dynasty league. Nice. I got him going in a crucial playoff matchup. Nope, but he did do well last week. Yeah, he scored 2 touchdowns, 60 yards, 19 points. It's just, it's hard to trust that he's going to do it. I got Jacobs going. Positive thinking. The good thing is we already played Brady once this year. Man, it doesn't matter how many times we play Brady. Like, I don't even want to talk about it. I'm not thinking about Cowboys Bucks until it's finalized. Because last year I could have sworn we were playing the Bucks or the Cardinals. And who did we end up playing? The 49ers, the team that we wanted to play the least amount. So what team do we want to play the least amount of the first round? It's Brady. We take any other team in the first round. Promise you. Dallas minus 1,800 money line. Wow. Crazy. Oh shit, the Texas Bowl. Yes, sir. We're diving into that. Davis Mills is coming back. We're gonna be out Anthony Brown, but like I said, I really don't see another turnout besides like complete and utter domination. Fantasy people I'm looking to play in this game. I'm looking for CD to have a big game. Schultz. I see Gallup getting some, but the main players I'm looking to start in this game are Zeke, Pollard, CD, Dak, and this defense. If you're in a spot where you need to play Pierce, then you have to play him. But with negative, if they get down big, they're going to stop running the ball and start throwing. So Pierce is a hard play this week. If you have another option, drop him down below, and I'll tell you which one you should play. Or you can take my advice or not, but I'll give you my opinion. And yeah. Look for, since there's gonna have a lot of garbage time, a sneaky play this week could be someone like Nico Collins, Aikens, super deep DFS play if you really need it. He's been had a couple big plays back-to-back weeks. But other than that, it's really hard to play any Texans this week. I feel like this is going to be really fantasy relative and game-wise a hard lean towards the Cowboys. I'll bet on the Bucks, so that will guarantee a Cowboy win. Man, do whatever you can. I need Cowboys to win one playoff game this year at the very least. I'm desperate. Also, our defense is a lot stronger now than then. They've been coached up. Yeah, but their defense is going to be just as good then, and our defense is a little worse now without Anthony Brown. We lost Jordan Lewis. We're going to be relying on rookies, and our secondary needs to step up more in coverage. So we're really relying on our pass rush that is having a hard time stopping the run, and Micah to be dominant. The Dallas passing game is going to disappoint. They will be able to run no matter what. I see Dak having a sleazy 4-touchdown game, 200 yards, 4 touchdowns. So I'm still rolling Dak with this week. Shit, bring back the Oilers, right? Pierce, Kyron Williams, or Michael Carter. See, this is one of those situations where you have to think, like, with Akers doing what he did last week, can you trust Kyron Williams? So I'm crossing that out. Michael Carter, now that's an interesting matchup against the Bills. To me, that's man, I'm playing, I guess since anything can happen, I'm playing Pierce because, I mean, what if they come out and Pierce just runs crazy? You know? That could happen. How the Texans came out and they played good against the Eagles. Pierce, McKinnon, Foreman, Cooper, or Knight. Who are the Browns playing? Because I'm about to tell you you're starting Foreman. Foreman against the Seahawks, giving up give me a second, I'm sorry. The Seahawks have been yelling up so much. When you lean back, it makes it tough to hear you. Just an FYI. My bad. Yeah, I got Pearson now. I start respect. Yeah. Oh yeah, that's what I was looking up. I was looking up to see if I'm starting against the Bengals. Are they playing in Cincinnati? Let me see. About to find out. Give me 1 second. I'm sorry. Yeah, they're playing in Cincinnati. Yeah, I'm going Foreman. On this one. I think he has a good game. It's our year, damn it. I hope so. I sure do. Losing Anthony Brown is a good thing, trust me. Was hanging with your Neff. What's up, Uncle Guccini? Gotta help. I've been slacking. I've been hopping on playmakers. Been having so much shit going on, but we're about to rock together soon. Thoughts on James Washington? I think he's gonna be a good addition to this offense for a deep threat. Because I mean, that's what we've been lacking. we haven't been able to push the ball downfield. It's either CD or nothing, or Michael Gallup making a ridiculous catch. So I think that's going to help the game vertically and add a little bit of blocking in there. Foreman locked in. Yeah, Seattle's just been so booty against the run, man. It's hard to sit running backs against them right now. Should I drop Donovan People-Jones for Zonovan Knight? I already have Lockett, Pollard, and Burks as flex options. I mean, you might have to see about that Burks spot, but I'm not dropping DPJ. They're gonna have to push the ball downfield if they get behind to the Bengals. And I mean, Amari Cooper's a home warrior, so he's hit and miss on away games, and they're gonna have to throw the ball to somebody. So I think DPJ is a start this week. And Burks, he might not even go. That's a tough one. But who else can you drop for Zonovan Knight? Yeah, I can't wait to see what he brings. Yeah, me either. I have no backup running backs on the bench either. So you're starting. I already have Lockett, Pollard as flex options. So you're trying to. So you have 3 flex options, or you're trying to replace Lockett and Pollard, or you need a running back. Like you're down a running back and you need to drop someone for Zonovan Knight. Let me know. Finally, we get a fucking hater up in here. Fuck the Cowgirls, Raiders, laugh my ass off. I'm here to kick ass and drink beer. Looks like I'm all out of beer. Yeah. Sit down with the Raiders stuff. Guccini said, great point on DPJ. Yeah, I just think they have to get the ball to someone. Man, I know they had that sleazy win last year in overtime on Thanksgiving, but come on. Raiders right now. Raiders. Like, come on. I'm just dropping DPJ for him. I have Kamara, Pollard, and Ramondre Stevenson. Man, I wouldn't drop DPJ. I really wouldn't. Zonovan Knight's going to be like a 1 to 2 week thing. DPJ could be a good flex play going into the playoffs if you really needed him. Lockett has some tough plays going forward. He has to play the Chiefs. He has to play the Jets. He has, I think he has one more hard matchup, but his playoff stretch is not pretty. The Raiders are on fire right now. Yeah, they are, but it'll die soon. It always does. Just like the Cowboys. Oh, no, you're out of beer. Better go buy more. Wise words coming from Antonio. But yeah, I'm going to make my pick. Obviously, I have the Cowboys. The points are a lot. But I think I'm going to take them. I think I'll put my score up here so y'all can see what I got. I got Dallas 38. Houston 10. That's my prediction for this week. And I'm gonna add one more thing. I'm gonna take a shot out there. How many times are we gonna have to beat? How many times are we gonna have to demolish a team that the Eagles had hard matchups against? Honestly, I mean, squeaked one on the Colts, beat them by 35 points, beat the Vikings by, if I'm not mistaken, like 2 touchdowns, 14 points, beat them by 37. Had a tough time against Houston. I mean, we'll see what happens, but I think we know what's going to happen. Packers beat us fine. Aaron Rodgers gets hurt, and they're still hanging in there with the Packers with Jordan Love. They have something with Christian Watson there, let me tell you. But lose to the Commanders. I can't remember the last time the Cowboys lost to the Commanders, if I'm being honest with you. I'm trying to think. It's not coming to my mind. So I mean, it's just making me mad. I don't mean to like call out Eagles fans, but like all over my Twitter, all their like literally their personalities are clowning Cowboy fans. Like it fucking lives. Like I literally like Eagles fans, some of them, not all of them. There could be cool Eagles fans, like don't get it wrong. But are literally their personalities are hating the Cowboys. Like, I don't know. They're just so fucking annoying. I hate Eagles fans. Don't worry, little bogey. I still think the Cowgirls will do well in the stretch, but Philly will destroy them in week 16. I think it's going to be a good game. I have the Cowboys winning that game, but losing to the Titans the next week because since the Eagles demolished the Titans, Cowboys beating the Eagles, and then losing to the Titans the week after just fits the whole perfect narrative of the season, of this crazy season that it's been. Adams, 2 TDs tonight. One TD for Adam. Hit that like button, man. It's free. Yes, sir. Y'all listen to Uncle Muccini. Laugh my ass off. Still salty off that loss in the multiverse. I see. Man, I'm salty about all of them because I don't have the points. My record's there. There's a couple losses, but I just don't have the points, man. And just trading CD was a mistake. Shout out to Guccini, got me on that one. But it was for the universe. I traded CD to ignite what he's been right now. He says, get him. Yeah, man, we hate Eagles fans around here. There's some cool ones, but fuck. Like, next time we come up here, I'm going to bring up this TikTok with this guy who was like, it was the funniest fucking thing on the planet because he was recording the Vikings and he was his reactions throughout the game of the Vikings and the Cowboys game. And he was like, man, these Cowboys are about to get smashed. This is a playoff atmosphere. You know, they choke under pressure like this. And then he was like, fuck the Cowboys, Eagles all day, go Birds, blah, blah, blah. And then he sent a picture of his face and the Cowboys were up like, I don't know, like 20-something to 3. And he was like, okay, Cowboys, I see y'all. Eagles still better, though. It was just the funniest thing ever, man. And like, he is an Eagles fan account, but all 5 of his videos are about the Cowboys. So make it make sense, please. We all do, man. Trust me. My whole family are Eagles fans. They are the worst. They are raised to hate Cowboys. I'm right here with them. I live 30 minutes from Philly in New Jersey now. Nice. Guccini demand. Nah, bro. I was talking about Crispy in the Multiverse. Yeah, I play Crispy this week. We'll see what happens. Oh, well, thank you for the blessing, Neff. If I win this week in the Marvel 32, I'm 9-5 and third, but don't have the points. Man, you never know. Something can stumble your way. We might do that third and fourth place tournament to see who's on the tops, because realistically, it should have been top 4 going to the playoffs, like no matter which way you slice it, in my opinion. But I mean, you couldn't do that then, so no, like hate on the way the league was set up. Just the settings weren't available for that time. I'm in Universe 1. I gave up 2 weeks ago. Yeah, I've been just sending my lineup. I'm in Universe 1 too. We've kind of been flip-flopping Sir Bongs a lot in that league. Facts, it should have been, but next year we lit. Always. 8-5 at the moment. I think I'm about that too, if not 9-4. Damn, that was close. I almost gave a fuck. Pretty much out. I need to win to Bogart and outscore him by 175. A la verga. Sir Bongs was Hanen big, bro. Hell yeah. Oh man, I think we all expect it's not. Oh man, I hate when we play weak opponents and then we get trashed because we stomp on them. I mean, like, what else are we supposed to do? And then they give us the weak slate of opponents, and then we play the big boy, and then we lose, and then we're unlegit and everything. So, yeah, I guess last thing to do, smoke it up. Shit, bro, came in here to hang with you. Oh, yeah, we all came in here to hang with each other. 420 crew. That's why we're all about to just take a moment. That's all. Everybody grab what they're smoking. Let's hit it together. Everybody pick something up. Let me know when y'all are ready. Or about to rip this damn thing. Let's get it. I need that Crosby sack. Yes, sir. Let's smoke something. I'm going in. I'm going in 3, 2, 1. Smoking on that Venom OG, you know, they just be calling shit whatever down here. Whatever. Gets me stoned. That's all you can ask for. Munched on some damn Korean barbecue earlier. You know, that shit's fire. I had to pull up with the spicy pork and the macaroni salad and the pork dumplings. Always eating good around here. But yeah, man. Now that Guccini's in the house. Yes, get high, my son. Man, it feels weird going by myself. I feel like I'm just chattering half the time, like not even making sense. But like, y'all be hyping me up half the time, so it's badass. But I feel like I'm everywhere, but it's dope as fuck because I just love talking about football. Hell yeah, smoking that Delta 8 legal stuff. Always, bro. Always. Treat yourself, not cheat yourself, man. Man, you know, straight up, I need to start hitting the damn gym. I know we're getting off the football topic, but I just like fucking with y'all. Just like talking with y'all. Who gets more points tonight? Tay or Jacobs? Give me Devontae. Give me Devontae on the more points. Hey, Bogart, hop on your channel. Man, I just think smoking on some purple apricot. Yes, sir. Man, we just need like a big old 420 community like group chat where we send pictures of all the weed that we're smoking and shit like that. Because I wanna start a weed channel where I just like smoke all these different types of weeds and give y'all you know what's happening on it. 5 stars, 4 stars, rate that shit, you know? Cards, dabs, edibles, freaking Canagars, anything, bro. Anything. Syrups. That would be so fire in my opinion. All Delta 8, if you know what I mean. Squares are filling up. Get it at it, you savages. Yes, sir. You make sure y'all fill up those squares. I'm pretty sure they're $6.50 a square. Do it for all the primetime games. Get at Hustler. Get your squares. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Bro, I have this one plug that he says he'd watch that. Hell yeah, bro. But the thing is too, like I can get some good ass shit. It's just like I want it to be straight out the packages. Like, you know what I mean? Like I wouldn't say not from a dispensary. Like I just want to make sure that like it's good shit for everybody that's watching. You know what I mean? You know what the fuck I mean? I'm just not that in touch with the dispensary to get some good ass shit for me to be reviewing for y'all. I can get some good shit, but like I can't physically prove to y'all that this is what this strain is called. It could be fucking made up for you know what I mean? All that shit's just trapped. Facts, you might want to cook that show up ASAP. It's a fun idea, man. I wouldn't want to do it by myself, to be honest. I want others to hop on it with me. We all just on StreamYard smoking the same shit, rating that shit up, you know, feeling the high, describing what the high feels like. Hell yeah, make sure y'all hit the thumbs up. So as much as we all love fantasy football, we love weed just as much. True, for sure, weed grading would be dope to see what sucks and what's fire. True, like right now, I'm not smoking on that good of shit. I got a couple G's thrown at me because, you know, I'd be middlemaning sometimes. But that's a story for another time. But back to the Cowboys game. Actually, fuck the Cowboys game. Let's talk about a couple other games before we hop up out of here. I'm trying to see what games that I want to talk about that'd be interesting. maybe do a little fantasy insight on a couple of them. We talked about tonight's a little bit. And you know what? We'll start here. Give me 1 second. Chargers versus Dolphins. Dolphins are favored by 3.5 points. Tua looked like shit last week. Chargers defense has been pretty ass recently too. If the Raiders win tonight and the Chargers lose, Raiders hop above them. They've been that hot. Chargers been losing lately. I think both quarterbacks have good games. Tyreek does what he does. Jalen Waddle has another. Oh, we're gonna get. I want to talk about this one, and then I want to talk about the Jets Bills one too. Yo, Raiders or Steelers D this week? Pardon me. Who do the Steelers play? Steelers play the Ravens. Where are they playing at? They're playing in Baltimore. I'd go Raiders. Oh, that's so hard to say because I want Cam Akers to score a touchdown. But I think Huntley plays good. Let's talk about the Jets. Bills gonna win. White Mike to the moon. Yes, sir. We'll get there in a second. But I just want to talk about these receivers in this game. We need Waddle to have a bounce back. Mike Williams might play. Palmer's been doing his thing. Keenan Allen did his thing last week. But they took snaps from Eckler because he had a mishap last week. He didn't look all that good. Raiders. But yeah, I think the highest point scorers in this game for the Chargers and the Dolphins are going to be the quarterbacks and Tyreek. Think Dolphins bounce back and win. That's the way I see it. And then I'll talk about one more before I hop up out of here. Got about 30 minutes and the next game starts. Gonna go grab some grub. Who knows? Maybe I'll get some Wingstop, some boneless just to troll. Huss and Bogey and all them. They're like, boneless are just cheaper. Trying to save $1, you know. I'm a youngin. I can't be spending money like that. Jets versus Bills. So we got the Jets and the Bills, the Great White Mike. Starting at quarterback again. Looks like it's his team for the rest of the year. He almost led them to a win last week against Minnesota. Minnesota got lucky again. But Buffalo still favored by 10. Still. I can see this being a close game, but Bills need this. I know the Jets need a win to stay in the playoff picture, but if the Bills want to stay in the 1 seed, I think the Bills need this more. It's going to be about if Stephon Diggs can get open against the secondary. More about Stephon Diggs is going to do his thing. It's more about can Gabe Davis do his thing against the secondary? Can the other guys get freed up? Can they get James Cook running again? So if you're asking me, I think Diggs and Josh Allen's are must starts. I think James Cook's usage has been going up in the past couple weeks. I'm starting him too. Singletary if you really have to, but outside of that, I'm sitting Davis, Knox, and McKenzie. Starting Davis if you really have to because he has that big play ability no matter what. On the Jet side, not really liking the running backs. If Michael Carter goes, I think you feel obligated to start him. Zonovan Knight, if you're really needy, Garrett Wilson is a must. Seems like he's a must flex every week now, if not your wide receiver 2 or 3. So you're starting him. And other than that, I'm not really liking anyone else unless you need Mike White in a super flex. Diggs versus Sauce. Would I start the Jets D? No, I would not. Josh Allen's been turning the ball over. That's hard to say no to, but I still think they score a lot of points, so that's hard. Diggs versus Sauce, going to be a matchup to watch. It was last time. He would not. Yeah, I wouldn't. I don't think I would either. Just in, John Wolford currently taking snaps with Rams starters and warm-ups. Hopefully they throw him in. But anybody got any last questions before we hop up out of here. Just gonna shout out the Twitter real quick. Y'all follow me at FFT_AJ. Gonna be back at it on Tuesday. Gonna cover the Texans game, and they're going to be talking about the Jaguars game, which I'm really excited about because we're gonna get a very up close look at Trevor Lawrence. We're gonna talk about who's fantasy relevant. What really much all there is to talk about is what's the status on OBJ? What's he gonna do? We'll talk about the big performances from this weekend in fantasy. And yeah, I'm liking this Vikings-Lions game on paper a lot too. It's crazy that they're favorites. Eagles and Giants is going to be interesting too, I think. Bucks and Niners. Going to be a good game, so we're going to have a lot to talk about next week. This week was more Cowboy centered because last week we were everywhere talking about everything. So I wanted to make sure that we stuck to home base this week. But next week we're going to be talking the Cowboys and more. Yeah, I don't think he is either song, but what's up? Yo. Ayuk, Kittle, or Mike Williams? It's hard to trust Ayuk and Kittle with Brock Purdy. I think Ayuk does fairly well. If Mike Williams goes, I'm starting Mike. Bucks and Niners, I'll be at the game live. That's dope as fuck. That's dope. Make sure you take pictures and send it in the in the best ball chats. That's the badass. Let me see. But yeah, this is gonna be an interesting week of football. This is gonna determine everything as in the playoff picture. And I'm nervous and excited and ready to start seeing some of that money. Universe gave me money, as Bogart says. What's up? Just gonna give you a couple more minutes to throw in some questions about to hop up out of here. That's dope. Have fun at the game. Song, take a shot for me. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. What are y'all smacking on tonight? About to go pick up who knows what for dinner. Something good though. That's for sure. A couple more minutes. Maybe 1 or 2. Yeah. Akers give me money tonight. Derek Carr, need him to come big 2 in the league. Chick-fil-A, that's what's up. Is this Zeke's last year in Dallas? I think that's why they run him to the ground. I think they restructure his contract and keep him. I don't think they let him walk. Jerry's not like that with guys that he drafts. Better stash, Dobbins or Jamison in PPR. In Dynasty, Jamison. Right now, I mean, I don't know how much they're going to give you in the playoffs, so I guess I'd say Dobbins. Chicken, mushrooms over rice. On my way home from work, about to go grub and watch the game. Hell fucking yeah. Song about to give us that good juju. Hell yeah. Oh yeah. Akers or Rashad White, PPR. Oof. That's a hard one. Against that nasty Niners D. Oh, I'm gonna say Akers. I'm gonna say Akers. Boston Bud, let's go barbecue. Hell yeah, that sounds fire, bro. That chickens and mushrooms over rice. Just wanted to thanks everyone for fucking with Uncle Jerry's kids. Gonna take one more hit before we hop up out of here. Gotta pick up a little bit more weed. No, I'm starting Joe Burrow this week. He won the. I feel this week. Keep Joe Burrow in. Maybe give me your other options, but I'm not turning away from Joe just because he's going against the Browns. Later, Antonio. Thanks for stopping by. Akers or Damian Pierce? Sorry, I'm on speaker driving. Damn. Oh, I know I said Damian Pierce is a sit this week, but Akers is a risky play. He scored last week twice. Raiders defense has been pretty good recently. They allow the 10th fewest yards per rush. Oh, hope I don't regret this, but I'm gonna say Akers. I think Damian Pierce. I think they get too far behind. But yeah, I'm keeping Joe Burrow in. You can't sit Burrow with the weapons. They're gonna break eventually, the Browns. That being said, with that hit, I'm hopping up out of here. Hope y'all enjoyed Uncle's Jerry's kids. And y'all smoke something up. Peace.